Alright, guys. Somebody in the FALKE Discord asked me to make a video on how to approach matchups without the life lead. Now I think that's a very good question, because FALKE struggles in a lot of matchups when she doesn't have the life lead. But I'm gonna choose the matchups where she struggles the most. So I won't do Dalsim because she struggles with or without the life lead, and just don't play this matchup ever. But I will start with who are we gonna start with? Let's start with Bison here. So I'm just gonna explain the things I do against Bison when I don't have a life lead and I need to find a way to come back or a way to get closer to Bison. Right? Right, so against Bison, the main issue that we have when we don't have a life lead is the fact that he has a full screen slide. So even when we're like full screen and we want to throw it off, he can just react with that every time. Like, he can react with that, which is really, really annoying, right? He can also dash up and do it, which is really annoying. Let me set the status thingy because I don't have it set. Shortcut. I had it set. I don't know why they all turned off. Restart battle on. Thank you. Cool. So that's really annoying. Him just being able to do this full screen every time, very annoying. And they can react to it, so they'll always just do that. Good Bisons won't just let you get away with that. So when you don't have a life lead, so I'll try to display it. So if my health was like, say I have like 25% health and Bison's got full health, right? Like this, right? So Bison starts walking backwards. How do you really approach getting in here? Like, she doesn't really have a legitimate answer to this, you know? You can walk and block, but that's also dangerous because a character like Bison can do scissor kicks at any time, which you can't react to. So walking and blocking is one option, and you can try to bait them into doing their scissor kick. So for example, I will make Bison walk. Right? If you walk and block and you stay within the range where they would whiff, like here, you have to just know your ranges. So you don't want to just walk and block like close to them. You want to make sure you're at a range where you try to make it whiff. And even make sure you do walk and block though, because you don't want to just get hit by stuff. So that's one option that you have. That's one option, which is, you know, better than nothing. That's one option. Second option, if you are within the range of getting hit by scissor kick, if you are within the range, then fish for forward heavy punch, crush counter. This is more so wishful thinking, but you can get crush counters by doing this into V trigger, because 9 times out of 10 you're fishing for a V trigger activation here. 9 times out of 10 you're fishing for a V trigger activation here. So if you're within that range, you could also fish for forward heavy punch crush counter, right? So that would be option number 2. Number 3, you have the air approach. Now, what can Bison do to your air approach? He can obviously crouch fierce, right? You can crouch fierce, right? What can you do? You can also air shot to bait that. Now, Bisons that start to recognize that you're doing air shot will start to do this instead. They will start to do their target combo, right? And then they do the full conversion into blast or scissor kick or whatever. But that is what Bisons will start doing once they realize that you like to jump a lot. So you have to know how to mix it up. You have to know how to mix it up. When Bison players start doing that, you have a third option. Your third option is right here. Early jump heavy kick. is something I don't see a lot of FALKE players doing, if any. If you've implemented the mind game of regular jump slash jump fireball, and they keep beating you with, this applies to any character who does air target combos. So that would be Cody, that would be like Karen, that would be all the characters that do these things, the FALKE. Early jump heavy kick would beat that. So that is the third layer to the mind game. You can even get your fireball there as well, and your conversion. And if you don't do anything, you still get a hard knockdown. Okay. You know, depending on how you hit it, depending on how it hits, you also get Schneider, dash. So that's your other option that you have. That's your other option you have here. So keep that in mind. You do have options. Now, of course, they're all risky, but that's the whole reason why it's a hard matchup. That's why it's a hard matchup. It's always going to be risky, but it is an option that you have. It is an option that you have. Now, the main thing we would like to do against Bison is to be able to put out a V-skill 2. If you're not using V-skill 2 against Bison, I advise that you do. But the main thing we'd like to do is to actually put out an orb safely, right? Now that Bison, or now that FALKE has EX shot, I explained this in one of my recent videos for the Bison matchup. But now that FALKE has an EX shot, Bison can no longer do this for free every time we do a low shot. So this right here, he cannot just keep doing it because this now happens. Right? You can now do EX shot and it will punish it. He'll absorb the first hit. He will absorb the first hit, but the second hit will hit him. He can't recover there. So he absorbs the first hit, but the second hit will hit him. Like that. And once you do that, you get a knockdown, which also means you get a free orb. Even if they're quick rise, you will still get a free orb here. So that's one way you can get your orb out. That's one way. And you can walk behind it. Of course, walk behind your orb. When you put your orb out, you don't want to just always blow it up for no reason. The fact that it's traveling along the screen means you can walk behind it and be a threat. So that's one way you can get your V-Skill 2 out safely. Another thing that I do a lot with FALKE to get my V-Trigger 2 out safely against characters that don't allow you to do it, you have to be very reactive with everything. So if the Bison player was to just be playing neutral, right? They're waiting for you to do a V-Skill 2 so that they can slide. And like if they happen to backdash, right? Or they happen to jump backwards, or they happen to like do a random blast in neutral, or if they happen to do a psycho axe, you have to be ready for these type of things, even full screen. And that small little gap gives you the amount of time you need to put out an orb. So if I see a backdash, I'll try to react to it, and I'm here. Orb immediately. Because that small little gap, right? That small little gap is big enough for you to slide in a little orb there. And that one orb might be all you need for that turnaround. So you need to react to the little things. Whether it's a jump back, whether it's a backdash, a special move, anything to give you enough time to put out an orb there. I would react to that with orb. Just because I know I need to get it out. I would react to that jump back with orb. So this applies to any other character as well, whether it's Bullrog, whether it's Poison, whether it's Blanca, when Blanca is charging V-Skill 2, when Poison is charging medium heart rate and she's walking backwards as she's charging the whip. All the characters that do these things where FALKE cannot, she cannot put out her orb safely, you have to be cheeky and you have to be very quick on your reactions so that you can react to the little things. The little things do matter. Because then it allows you to do this. And now things change. So that's the advice I would give you. Those are the types of things that I do in the matchups where FALKE really struggles to get in. It's not easy to do. And it's not always consistent. But it's something that is possible. You know, it is possible to do these things. So hopefully, to the person that requested this video, hopefully that does help you out. And hopefully you can get better results after watching this video. But shout out to everyone who watched this video. If you guys enjoy the content on this channel, feel free to like and subscribe. Comment down below what types of video you want me to do next. And that's what I got for you guys.